friends, it's Laura with Laura B. FlossTube. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today. We're kicking off our series for the Dutch Chocolate Quilt from the Perfect 10 Quilt Book by It's So Emma Publishing. I have my focus fabrics laid out here on the cutting table, and the background fabric is waiting in the wings, waiting to be cut, and we're going to talk through measurements and strips for cutting our adjusted size of the Dutch Chocolate Quilt. As we discussed in the first video where I went over supplies we need for the quilt, we're going to be using the strip tube ruler by Cozy Quilt Designs. Now, I did some Googling today and I found a handy dandy cheat sheet that tells me exactly the width of each strip that I need to cut for this quilt top. So I'm going to be linking that in the description box below. It goes over all the sizes of strips you cut for the various half square triangles that you could be creating with that strip tube ruler. For the size of block that I'm working with, I'm going to need to cut my strip sets at 3 1/4 inches. The chart also tells me that I'm going to be able to get 12 half square triangles from each strip tube set that I create. So, doing a little math with my pattern, I've determined that I need 128 half square triangles from each combination of the focus fabric and the background fabric. So that means I'm going to need 128 divided by 12 gives me over 10, so 11 strips for each focus fabric and then 33 from that background fabric. Now, all of those strip sets together will create all the half square triangles we need to create 16 blocks for our Dutch chocolate quilt. Now, I'm going to swing you down and talk about a couple of rulers that I'm going to be using to cut my strip sets out. And I'm also going to talk about the strip tube ruler again because it is amazing. So that way you can see it and have that for reference to understand the technique I'm using to create our Dutch chocolate quilt. On my cutting mat, I have this fluorescent green ruler that has a couple of wing nuts in it. And it actually has an orange fluorescent slide that will go back and forth. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have looked and I have not been able to find this exact ruler again. This is one of those things that I'm so sorry to tell you that I don't think it's available anymore. But here's the deal. I tell my mom, I need to share this because I tell my mom all the time not to fall for Facebook ads. Don't deal with Facebook deals. Don't go to random sites, etc., etc., etc. Well, there was a quilt shop in Canada that was talking about these rulers, and I have the whole set. They're by PMQuilting.com, and I will look this up a little bit more to see if I can possibly find these rulers to link in the description box. I know I have seen a few sets on eBay, but basically what you do is you have up to 6 inch, and it's great for cutting strips quickly because this edge has kind of a rough texture and a little lip, and then you have this orange piece that is right in here, and it has a lip. So you adjust the wing nuts to the width that you need your strips cut, and then you just slide that onto your fabric, and it doesn't move because this edge is kind of textured, and you can line it up on the edge of your fabric, and you know that you're cutting your strips perfectly straight. This is an amazing tool. I love this thing. Anytime I am cutting a lot of strips for a quilt, this is my go-to ruler, and I am so glad that I took a chance and bought this when it was available. So again, you just line that orange plastic edge up against the edge of your fabric. It will not slip. It's perfect. And just keep on cutting. And then since they're set, since the wing nuts, you have it set at the exact measurement that you need your strip sets, you don't have to think every time. You just bump it to the edge and just cut. Now I do need to think about how many I'm cutting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 5. And I do need to go back and cut and count how many I have cut before. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 9. I need 11. I actually need 10 3/4. And this is 1 each of the focus fabrics that I'm doing. All right, so that's 9. So I just need 2 more. Now, I think I said in the beginning video that you will need 1.5 yards of each fabric, and that is if you're doing the traditional square half square triangles. I am only going to need right at let's see, so it's 3 3/4, so 32. I'm going to need right at 1 yard of each of these fabrics. So I am going to have some left over. I might decide to do something cute with the border, or I may just, do kind of a scrappy binding, or I might just put it in my stash and save it for another project. All right, so there's my 11 strips that I need of each of the focus fabrics, and I have 33 of the background to cut. Now, it is always a good idea to tidy up your edge of your fabric before you start cutting all your strip sets. No matter how good your quilt shop is, I always like to start with what I know is a nice clean edge. Now, I do have my fabric folded over, so I am cutting 2 strips at a time, but this is still going to be quite a few strips. Another thing I like about this ruler is that it has kind of like a finger guard on it. So it's got a raised lip on the top too, so my finger can't slide to the edge. I really like that. Because sometimes, well, my fingers get a little unruly. You may remember I'm working with 7.5 yards of this background fabric, so it is definitely quite a bit to move around. I know some people do cut down their yardage into smaller segments when they have something that big. I just don't really like doing that, just in case. I don't know. I always feel like I'm going to cut it at a place where it's going to be 1 inch too short and I won't be able to use it and waste a bunch of fabric. But you do you. That is what I need cut for all the blocks. That does not include the sashing or the borders, but this is all I need for the blocks. The other thing I'm going to go ahead and cut out today for this quilt is the sashing for in between my blocks and the sashing between the rows. Now, I can't use the pattern exactly to get these measurements because, remember, I'm making 16 blocks, not 12, which means my rows are wider than what the pattern tells me. So I'm going to do a little math, figure out how many sashing pieces I need, how long my rows are going to be, all of that good stuff. Now, when I do the math for the sashing between the blocks, I realize that I cannot get 3 sashing pieces from a width of fabric because our blocks are 18 inches. So instead of cutting my sashing strips with the fabric, I'm going to cut 1 piece length of fabric at 18 inches and then subcut my sashing pieces from that width of fabric. Now, the reason I want to do that is because I'm thinking smart about my scraps. Instead of having narrow sashing strips with pieces left over from each one of those cuts, I'm going to have a larger chunk of scrap fabric left from that 18-inch cut. Now, it's just a more efficient way, in my opinion, to use my scraps and my fabric and to just kind of plan my scraps that are left over from those cuts. So that is what we're going to cut next. You might remember that my cutting mat is 18 by 24. So I cannot cut an 18-inch wide strip of fabric easily. So we're going to line up these edges, fold it in half, and cut at 18, and then we'll subcut for our sashing. Get that all the way to the edge. Now, just like any quilt pattern, if I am using sashing between my blocks, and I have 16 of them, you can easily count and figure out how many strips you're going to need. So I know that I'm going to need 12 sashing strips. Make sure this is lined up on a straight line. my selvage off. I do have this folded over still because I am going to go ahead and just cut all of them. Now one thing I like to do is I like to go to the 5-inch mark first because I need 2.5-inch strips. So I'll go for 5 and then go back to the 2.5. You definitely want to make sure you're holding your ruler well for that. So that's the sashing I need for my quilt blocks. And I have a pretty nice piece of fabric left over instead of, a bunch of 2.5-inch by 6-inch. I have a nice 7-inch wide piece of fabric. Now I could have cut those just off the one end instead of folding it, and I would have had an even bigger piece of fabric left over, but I was kind of in a hurry. I'm also going to go ahead and cut my row sashing. And for that, it's also the same width. And because I'm making this quilt bigger, I am going to need more. So I'm going to need 2 width of fabric cuts for every one of the row dividers. Get this lined up. Hopefully these cutting videos aren't going to bore you to tears, but you never know. You might pick up something that you didn't think of to do before. So we'll just go with it. Now I could adjust this ruler down and just use it, but I'm not going through that many layers of fabric, so I'll just go ahead and use my normal ruler. And I am using the lines on the ruler, not the lines on the mat, to make sure I'm lined up. And there are 3 of these that I need. So I need 6 strips, because I need 2 strips for each row to get across the quilt. Now, I haven't completely decided on the outer border width yet, so I'm not going to cut those. But I have my row sashing. And actually, the other thing I'm going to go ahead and do here, which I'm glad I thought of. First, I'm going to check my measurement. This fabric is 42, almost 44. I know I'm going to need about 80. So yeah, I'll be okay. I will kind of cheat my selvage a little bit sometimes if I feel like I'm really close. Because if it's in the seam, then it's fine. Make sure all these little guys are in there and snug that up. Now when I go to sew those, I don't have to worry about those selvages. I'm sewing the edges together. All right, so there's my row sashing. Here's my block sashing. And I will label those as well so I don't forget what they are. And then I have all the strips for the blocks, and we are ready to start sewing. We finished up all of our cutting today for the Dutch chocolate quilt, and we're ready to start sewing our strip tube sets together. Now, we'll be able to use our strip tube ruler to cut our half square triangles and start assembling our blocks. The sashing is all cut, so we'll be able to assemble rows after we get some blocks together. It's amazing. But hey, stay tuned to the next video in the Dutch Chocolate Quilt series because we'll be sewing together our strip sets. We'll be cutting our half square triangles with that strip tube ruler, and we'll be pressing and then playing with the different block variations that we can get from those colors. Now Callie gets to decide which block variation she likes the best, so we'll all have to stay tuned and figure out what she decides upon. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate your support. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share the videos and the channels out with your friends and groups. That's the best way to support my efforts. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to comment on the video down below. And I do respond to those as quickly as possible. So I would love to hear your comments and suggestions. And if you're playing along, hey, I would love to know that too. And until next time, I really do hope that you guys can find some time to create and craft, find joy in all you do, and of course, happy stitching.